Last year, Tom Cunliffe and myself went out and filmed our version of Bangers and Cash. Here's part 1, watch out for part 2. Cheers!
It's a windy old Sunday morning. It's a bit chilly, to be honest. I don't fancy going sailing. So I'm doing one of the things I love best. I'm having a poke round one of my local South Coast boatyards just to see what there is. And there's all sorts in here. There are boats ready to go sailing. Boats that you could sail around the world if you were minded to do so. And there's some absolute no-hopers, broken dreams. What a shame. And in between, there are boats that sort of look as if they might be affordable. Nobody loves them anymore. They've gone downhill. And they don't look to me like they're going to be very much money at all. But they might be savable. And wouldn't that be something? If you were a young person and you didn't have much money and you really wanted to go sailing, you get all this propaganda, come to the boat show, buy yourself a new boat, have a lovely time. Well, yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it, if you had loads of money? But if you don't, it's surprising what you can achieve. And I'm going to have a look round here now and just see if there's anything that takes me fancy. Now then, look what we found. I think this is a Hallberg-Rassy Rasmus, which was one of the original boats built by this great firm in Sweden that now builds boats for the world, and they're very expensive boats. And they were very, very well built. They always have been. I knew a Norwegian dentist who sailed one of these around the world. He did well too, and there'd be no reason why anybody else couldn't either. I'm looking at the boat. I mean, clearly, nobody loves it and hasn't loved it for quite a long time. You wouldn't let a boat get into this state if you had any feelings for her. So she's probably going to be for sale. I wouldn't be surprised. The bottom looks nice and smooth. I can't see any big problems there. There might be. But she's got a lovely long keel. Look at that. Nice and stable at sea. Lots of displacement. You can pile loads of kit on here and you won't know the difference. Rudders are very important, you know, for boats that are going long distances, because you don't want one that's just sticking out the bottom, because if it gets a knock, it could turn to the bad. But this one, you see, it's got a nice bearing there, one here and one at the bottom. It's bulletproof, no problem. Prop looks all right and it's not wobbling on its shaft and it's turning. So far, so good. Let's see what she's like on deck. That'll tell us something. Well, look at this. If you dabble in the classic car world, you'll find that barn finds, when you present them for sale, you never clean them up. You leave all the dust and the brooks and the dead frogs in the back, everything. And it increases the value of the car. Well, it's a bit like this on here. I mean, there's shocking neglect when you look around you, but you know, I can see the promise in all this. It's got a lovely solid tow rail, this boat, just what you want for proper seafaring. At the other end of the boat, there's a really nice set of davits for lifting a dinghy up. You don't get them for nothing, and they look pretty good to me. There's some good work around where the mast step is, where the mast sits on the deck. There's a really nice rail there. There's proper ventilation set up. This ain't going to go anywhere, I don't think. And it's a nice comfy cockpit. It looks dog rough, but I tell you what, I reckon we could make something of this. Goodness knows what's down below. Well, I've had a good look round down here, and you know, it's not bad. I don't know what the aft cabin's like, we'll have a look at that in a minute, but all this main accommodation is really quite acceptable. And I go on boats that people are sailing around in and they're no better than this. The cushions even are in reasonable shape. Everything seems to work. It's got a nice chart table with proper fiddles. This saloon table has obviously got movable fiddles that go on. I haven't found them yet, but that's a nice touch. There's all sorts of things in here that tells me somebody has been enjoying this boat and loving it not too long ago. There's a 406 EPIRB distress equipment up there. That's an expensive piece of kit. And somebody has taken the trouble to buy that and put it on here. And you're not going to do that if all you're doing is sailing to the Isle of Wight. The fore cabin's quite nice. There's a nice little V berth up there. It's a bit small, but that's what you expect in a boat this size. And not everybody's as tall as me. You know, even the headlining is in really good shape. And that's a real area of concern. You go on boats and it's sagging all over the place. This is nice. And it's well built because you can take those panels down individually to get at the wiring and stuff behind them. You know, I think it's not bad. I'm going to get my mate Ben to have a look at it and give me a proper professional opinion, because I'm just a sailor man. I get all enthusiastic, but he's a surveyor, an old cynic. Let's see what he's got to say. Ben, you made it. Well done.
How you doing?
I'm all right. Now look, come over here and have a look at this boat. I think it's the business.
Oh God.
I think this is just what the world needs. Well, what do you think then? I think it's brilliant, isn't it?
You haven't put a deposit on it yet, have you?
I have not.
Good.
No, but I'm just thinking about the future for somebody.
Yeah. I mean, there's a potential there, Tom, definitely. But we need to have a proper look at it, especially with a boat that's sat here for so long. There's already, as you can see here, the paint has started blistering, which would suggest there's moisture in the hull.
So it is. So do you know, I didn't notice
Yeah.
that. You're right.
So
Yeah.
So she's been painted.
Yeah.
Did you realise she's been painted?
I didn't. I didn't even think about that. No.
So paint can be a detrimental thing to GRP because it can hold moisture in, but this is all around the ankle up here. So I've got a couple of tools for having a look at it, and we'll go and give her a good...
It's going right up there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all the way up there, and it's also running aft there. But what's bizarre is the fact that for a boat that's been out of the water, all the underwater looks quite good. And
I was just thinking the underwater looks beautiful.
But there's a little clue here as well. Can you see that someone else has been looking at this boat in the past?
I wonder what that was.
So these are basically where a surveyor or someone has taken off the coatings to look at the laminate.
Yeah.
And as you can see, the gel coat itself, I mean, how's this boat, 73, 74?
Yeah.
You know, so
I imagine so.
So she's an old girl, but look how smooth that laminate is. I mean, they did build boats well in Sweden. Let's have a little look up here first, because we can see there's moisture here.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to just do is, first of all, see if there's any separation in it. So you can tell there's a difference in the lockers there.
Yeah.
Okay, not doing too badly. This is the dreaded meter, which oh my goodness me. Yeah, so there's quite a lot of moisture held in there.
Yeah, that's at the bottom of the anchor well.
Yeah, that's right. So this, I mean, it could be one of a couple of things. Either they've put this hole through and they
Wasn't that the drain for the anchor well?
That's right, but they've not possibly relieved it and moisture's got trapped in there.
Yeah.
Or the classic one is, if this boat sat here this long, I bet the anchor chain is a ball of corrosion inside. I had one where we had to cut the anchor locker apart to get the chain out because it was so solid. But anyway, we'll have a little look. But I mean, generally speaking, where we are here, I mean, that's really good. That's
that looks...
That's as good as a modern boat.
Right.
I'm feeling for the vibration and the laminate to see if there's any delamination, but also if you've got high moisture in the boat, you can start to hear the differences of how the laminate sounds and feels on your hammer. I
know a bit about wooden boats, and if I'm tapping a wooden boat, when you get to a rotten bit, it stops tapping and it goes thunk.
Yeah.
Well, is it the same with this?
That's right, but listen here, look, see, we've got the bulkhead. There's a bulkhead there, look. See the difference?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, she's tapping really well.
So you're not finding any horrors?
Not yet.
No.
I will try.
Do your best. I think what's interesting here, you know, Ben, we're not looking at converting this boat into a perfect boat show special.
No.
We're looking at getting a serviceable boat that somebody can safely take to sea.
So what I'm listening for here, Tom, is the fact that because it's an iron keel,
Yeah.
we know it's iron ballast in here, there is a risk of separation if it's got moisture in it, and over all those years it's corroded.
What, the iron rusts and swells out.
And then it becomes a mega expensive job.
Yeah.
In this case, it sounds pretty good, to be honest with you. And a full hung rudder keel, which is nice.
I've been very impressed by the look of this rudder. I mean, I don't know what the conditions like, but the format of it looks very seaman-like to me.
I love a full hung rudder off the back.
It's got 3 bearings, all look good and solid.
Yeah, you can actually see one of the straps under there, look.
Oh, yes.
Okay, the other one down the bottom you can't see, but I imagine it runs off, and you can see the shoe is here at the bottom.
Yeah.
You've actually got the strap here, which... That strap sounds loose.
Okay.
So the actual fittings themselves look pretty good, in the sense of doesn't look like there's much wear in any of this.
Yeah.
But I think I'd be tempted to take these off, expose the fittings,
Yeah.
possibly draw a couple and see if there's moisture getting through, because it's probably a matter of a resealing job and drying out this area. I would definitely want to have this all off and see what's going on with this.
Yeah.
Which if you're taking these off, let's just take the rudder off and go from there.
Yeah.
But you've just added £3 to the boat.
Is that what it's going to cost?
Yeah.
Well,
at
what about
least.
if you do it yourself?
There's a couple of boat lifts.
Well, you're going to have a boat lift anyway, aren't you? You've got the boat's lifted now.
Yeah, but you're going to have this lifted to draw that out. But
Oh, I see.
Apart from that, I don't think, probably halve that in cost and materials.
Yeah.
It's alley. It's the alley rate that kills it.
Why don't you just dig a hole in? Because you haven't got to drop it far, have you? You've only got to drop it this far.
Actually, Tom, you're right here. You have got soft ground. So
That's what we always used to do.
Yeah.
Dig a hole under the rudder.
Yeah.
So there's no cost there.
So it's just time and effort.
If you don't mind getting in with your grinder and getting all that off. Well, that all makes complete sense to me, and I would certainly want to see that done.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. I mean, this propeller, I'm gobsmacked that it's still...
Well, I had a fiddle with that, and I thought
6
it was
years out the water.
It feels like mine, it's ready to go in the water.
Yeah, smooth.
And there's no wobble on the bearing there. There's a thing called a cutlass
Oh,
bearing.
yeah, there's a little bit there, a little bit of play, but
That's not bad, is it?
it'll take you across your Atlantic trip and back with it.
Good. Yeah.
Because you're not going to use the engine anyway, are you? Right, well, I've seen everything I need to see down here, so we're going to have a look on deck.
Yeah.